And when you're able to identify the inefficiency and then work on the automation, it is effective and it pinpoints the exact problem.
Right. Thank you. Thank you.
Sure. And Ankit, if you want to have more details, please join us at our booth. We have some detailed demo, including the ones we could not play today, but they're giving you a lot more details.
Hey, I'm Alar. Hello, Anita.
Yeah, hi.
My question is, for the process where there is no digital footprint, what is your suggestion? Like there are a number of processes which are happening in Excel, in the emails. Are there anything that you can suggest in those cases?
Yeah, we can suggest, any process, even if it's a pizza delivery, you can mine it using, the process mining engine. So where there is no digital footprint, we have to create the footprint. Okay, you said Excel. So we can look at creating that footprint using Excel and then, ingesting it into the process mining engine.
So far in the thousands of implementations we have done, there is yet to be found a use case where we could not produce an X-ray and a 360 view of that process. We're happy to take the challenge if you want to, but we have, believe me, we have seen everything. We've seen every kind of system, every kind of desktop, every kind of devices, any kind of technology, on-prem, cloud, 10 years old, 40 years old, 50 years old. We have cracked it down. And as Anita said, we've already included many of those connectors and on our platform, so you don't have to do it again. But our strategy is always to make sure that everything we learn, and of course, is within possibly public domain, we put it in the product. So our next customer has 10 years of intelligence and thousands of use cases to start with. They don't start with a blank piece of paper. They already know, right? As Anita said, the intelligence, that second layer is so important because it tells you, gives so much brain to your process and to your X-ray that you can then take actions. Otherwise, it's hidden, right? You just don't know about it. You have the problem, you don't know about it. And having that smart view of the X-ray is what makes the difference. I think time is up, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I request you all to please put your hands together for both Anita and Malhar for that very exciting second masterclass session for this morning. On behalf of NASSCOM, I have a little something for both of you. Thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity.
And as we go into it a little more, at the heart of this, we have the Celonis, we have a data model. This is a custom data model that has been defined to accept the data that we have extracted from your sources, and our process analytics runs on this custom data model. This data model is about 52 times faster than regular SQL databases. Now, I talked about SQL. Now, all of you have used probably SQL in the past to extract information from relational databases. Now, to extract information, insights from the Celonis database, we have invented PQL, Process Query Language, and over 200 functions have been developed on PQL, and this is what we use to derive insights. Okay? Besides this, there are about 23 patented technologies that is inbuilt into this engine, and which has extensions to machine learning, process simulation, as well as task mining. And coupled with that, we're also able to trigger automations from this engine. It's a very powerful engine, and in terms of what it accomplishes for businesses, it helps you pinpoint the inefficiencies in your process, and it not only does that, but you can go to the root cause analysis of why these inefficiencies occur. Not only does it do that, but we can also continuously measure how your process is running and what is the value that the business is deriving.
Yeah. So let's keep the demo, and as you said, Anita, the second part is the secret sauce.
Let's start with
secret sauce. Again, 10 years of intelligence packed into the product, so that the thousands of use cases we have seen are at your disposal. The third pillar is very important because we are not just an analytics tool. We are an operational platform that runs all the time, real time. And therefore, the third pillar is super important, and that's action. Taking actions, not just finding the problem, but fixing it.
Yes. So like Malhar said, it's not just about finding what the problem is, but how do you fix it. And this is something that I was amazed, when I saw at Celonis. It's not just, the spaghetti diagram that you see and the analytics over this, but once you find out, yes, this is the problem. Like for instance, in the, the video that Malhar showed, there was a block.
Back in December, we have very big plans, and the reason is very simple. You all know this, right? Over 1,500 GCCs running. This is where the work gets done. 1/3 of the world's process execution happens here. We want to be where the work gets done. We want to be where the process are being executed. Right? And for us, India is the epicenter of process execution in the world. Hence, we want to be here. We want to be here because we want to work with the GCCs. We want to work with our partners to help them use Celonis in every part of their environment. So, let me close and say, and leave you with a very few simple messages. The first message is, each one of us, each one of you, every GCC, every company, every enterprise, every organization is within arm's reach of a generational opportunity. A generational opportunity to unlock value that you haven't seen before, unprecedented. Top line, bottom line, green line. Every day, everywhere, real time, fast. Fast because you don't have to change your underlying systems to do this. You apply data intelligent action on top of your existing systems. And as I mentioned, it's not just about business. It's also about the environment. We have a straight line to green line. You saw it in the example in the demo. There's so many more demos and examples we can share with you. Right? This is not just about top line, bottom line, but also green line. So the next generation of business performance is here. It's called Execution Management System. And we are building it with you, our partners, our customers. Now, you've seen all of the companies, world's most iconic companies, many of you in this room and beyond, who have joined this movement. So I'm inviting you again to join and amplify this movement, seize this generational opportunity with us. So we look forward to seeing you at the booth. We look forward to seeing you also in a couple of months' time. We're going to organize a global GCC Customers Day, Celonis Day in Bangalore. So stay tuned, more information to come, where we will, of course, have many of our customers speak and share their experience, share their treasure map, share how they are driving value every day with Celonis, so that all of you can, of course, now get inspired, use and propagate and amplify this global movement we have initiated. So I wish you a good day, and thank you again for your time today. We have? Okay, perfect. I'm being told we have 5 minutes. So we're not going to do the demos again, right? No, it's okay. If we have questions, I think there's a question there. Anita, if you want to join me, please.
So Malhar, thank you first of all. I think it was a very, very insightful session.
Thank you.
I have a question on the partnerships that you're now tying up with, let's say, Salesforce or ServiceNow. Each of these are also coming with their own process mining capabilities. So how do you see the convergence and how do you see the leverage? Because, in large organizations with concurrent deployments, this ends up confusing a lot of people. So very keen to understand how you're looking at it.
Yeah, it's a great question. In fact, process mining has been around for 10 years. So it's not a surprise that the transactional system vendors, let me call it that way, right? Whether they are ERP, supply chain, CRM, HCM system players, want to build a capability to get process insight into their environment. And the reason why these companies, including the ones you mentioned, right, ServiceNow is a good example, has announced a very strategic partnership with us. You've seen our CEO, Alex Winke, and Bill McDermott, the ServiceNow CEO, say that this is the last frontier for digital transformation for ServiceNow. It's because the processes are sitting across systems. I know of no system, no process that sits just within a system. So how do you go and solve a problem which is not just about improving the insight of a process within a system, but improving the insight across systems? And this is why the same companies, of course, are innovating their own platforms.